I get a little click and everything
I
this
did
morning.
contact you.
My eyes not on you?
No.
No.
They weren't. Your eyes were not on me.
My eyes were on my pattern, so I got a...
You know, at least I didn't do a... You know, like a proper... like a snap.
Can you... What? Do you click... Can you click with... I can't click with that finger. I can only click with that finger. Is that weird?
I can do both.
Ooh.
I know.
Morning, everyone.
Multi-talented. Have I told you about the time I met Neil Morrissey? When I was 18. Oh,
hang on, we've got a Gemma story to start us off.
You know, quite often we lose the first minute or so of the show.
Oh, do we? Do we?
So let's just fill that space
okay,
with
go on
this
then.
ridiculous story. Yeah, so when I was 18, I worked in financial services. I was the reception manager of an independent financial advisors. And there was a programme being filmed called, I think it was Happy Birthday Shakespeare.
Right.
Neil Morrissey played someone who was going to a bank to apply for a loan.
Right.
So I can't even tell his story. It's so embarrassing. So our officers were hired by the film company to film that scene.
Right.
So they were coming for the day. It was very exciting. Anyway, my boss of the time.
Are you a fan of Neil Morrissey?
Who, no, not really.
Okay.
But I was 18.
Okay.
You know, it was a
Just checking. Just checking.
And my boss swaggers up to him. Neil, hi. Throws his hand forward and introduces himself. You know, like, of course you've heard of me, kind of tone to him. And we're all like, oh no, a bit much, you know, bless
embarrassing.
him.
Yeah.
He's a very confident man.
Right.
And then he comes over to me and I'm hiding behind the reception desk. I've got one of those, you know, like they had in the dentist with a high front.
Yes.
So I'm there tapping away, hiding.
Yes.
And he leans over the top of my boss and he goes, Gemma, why don't you see if Neil fancies a coffee? So I'm like, oh no. Okay,
no coffee for him.
So I scuttle over and can I get you a coffee? He's like, leans right down and looks up because my face is pointing the floor and goes, do you do tea? I went, oh yes, multi-talented. Multi-talented is what I came out with in that circumstance, Natasha. So yes, I then went into the other room, made the tea, which took me ages because I was so embarrassed. Like, I've got to take this back out. And I've just said, aren't I clever? I can make a cup of tea, basically.
Yeah.
So I made a cup of tea, holding it with both hands, shaking with the tea going down the sides of the mug. And he put his hands around mine to take the tea off me, and he went, you are lovely, aren't you? And I went, absolutely true, yes.
Brilliant.
So I went in the back and said, can I please take the post, please? Which wasn't my job, because I
just
needed
go
to get
somewhere
out of the building.
that isn't here immediately, if not sooner.
Do you do tea? Oh yes, multi-talented was what I came out with.
So have you spent the rest of your life becoming multi-talented to make that
tea,
true?
You know.
There you go.
What a stupid thing to
Clearly
say.
multi-talented. Good morning, everybody. I'm here. Multi-talented Gemma is here.
I am.
I mean, it is true. You are our shenanigator. Because you do so many things here, we couldn't come up with one name for you. Hello. We are live this morning. We are. So we've got a few things going on. We have got the Nanda. Oh, hang on. I've got a bit of a flag situation. This is the Nandenberries block. Yes. It's very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. We have got the kit for that today. All of those techniques we have done a lot of. So if you've done the previous blocks of the month, then look there for your techniques. Not because I don't want to do it, but because I'm going to keep today a little bit brief, Gemma.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yeah.
You've said this before.
No, I am. Because I don't know if you guys know, my children have not been in the best of health.
No.
So I'm a little unsure how that's going to plan out for me. So I don't want to get too involved in a very long show.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we've got lots of fat quarter bundles for you this morning to make. So we've got a little make for you because we do that now. We've got the Lisa blocks, but because we've done all these techniques, and we've learnt them now, it's just your ability now to buy those. So I've got the instructions somewhere. What have I done with them?
Well, and you all love a fast and speedy make.
Well, that's just it, isn't it? You can make them out of Lisa Chandler fabric. So this is what we're making. This little hexy pouch. Gemma, some makes are easy.
Yeah.
And that takes about 10 minutes to make. It's not a long make at all. And then I thought, let's do it in a bigger size. Maybe 2 bigger sizes. Trying then to work out how the heck to get all the proportions right. Yeah.
It's not a doubling and halving situation.
It is not a doubling and halving situation.
I think people think scaling things up and down is as simple as that.
No, it's not. But you know what? I did come across a way to potentially make like quite a 3D pouch. So I'm going to work on that and bring us that at a later date. So, you know, not all things are lost. But in the making of them, this is what happens. I found...
Huh? Your quilt clips and stuff, the 3D
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I'm going to make it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But in the making of it, I found my spots. And I love denim in a spot. And then...
I love a cave spot.
Yeah, I found some more cave spot. And with that one, I did a bit of Hokusai's Mum on the inside. And then I thought, well, because I've sampled these now in quite a lot of cave. Look, there's another one there with a bit of cave and a bit of denim, a bit of cave. I thought I'm best off to put some kits together because I know a lot of you have got Lisa Chandler fabrics and we've got all of those and they will look great in those too.
Yeah.
But actually what we're doing, Lisa Chandler, we need to put another order in with Lisa.
We do.
So that we can bring you quilt shows because we've got some more quilts to come. So we're going to make a little make there. And also, and this is how it goes, isn't it? I was going to bundle Lisa Chandler fabrics for these pouches. And then I arrived last night as 8 boxes of half metre heaven fodder and goodness knows what else arrived. But in there were some spots that I'd ordered, some cave spots. They're quite hard to get hold of. So I'm going to say hello to everyone. We're going to go through...
That's a good idea.
What fabrics we've got.
Let's not lose our manners, Natasha.
Yeah.
Say hello to everyone.
Yeah. Let's find you. Where are you? Where are you?
I know where everyone is. Would you like me to have a look? Say hello to
I
everyone.
put you somewhere.
Well, if you can't find them, I can...
No. Got it. Ah, we're here. There we go. See, Gemma, she can't stop multitasking. Morning, Becky. Morning, now. Sue. Morning, Julius. Morning, Peeps. Morning, Jimmy. Morning, Mickey. And Joy, good evening. Oh, it's good evening, isn't it, for Jimmy, really? Yeah. Morning, Claire. She's morning, Gemma and Natasha. Almost missed you.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, she's busy painting.
We don't like talking to ourselves, do we, Tash? It's nice when we've got people listening.
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy's got snow warnings out on the west coast of Tasmania overnight. We were meant to have snow. We were meant to have the beast from the east.
Yeah,
where did that go?
On.
Don't know.
Well, it was supposed to be the next one, wasn't it? You know, we've had beast from the east. It was supposed to be a contender with.
Yeah. So my understanding was that the temperature rose in the North Pole. And what does heat do, Gemma?
Oh, don't let me say heat rises because Inga will come and slap my legs.
But basically that rises, cold air then has to rush in, which then gets everything a moving around.
Don't you get
that's as... I didn't do geography. I don't think anybody here would notice that, would they? No. That's my understanding.
I mean, that'd be why
everything
you
moves
to Cornwall
around
when you work in the Midlands.
I know, rubbish.
It's fine, I can drive. Oh.
Oh. Di says, so sorry that the children are poorly. Yeah, that's been all the fun.
Sorry as Tasha's. Such a shame. Poppets.
Yeah, they've had to come with me. Morning, Elizabeth Krangle. She says, oops, I was watching silly videos. Sorry, Mrs. Megs. Hi, everybody. It's all right, you're here now. Morning, Jane. Morning, lovely ladies, says Becky. A damp start today, but no snow. Yeah, damp but no snow. That's what we can cope with, isn't it? Morning, Claire. Well, it's not in my bit of East Yorkshire. It's clear blue skies. Oh, perfect. There we go.
Oh, good for you. Send them our way.
Yeah. We'd like a bit of that.
It's a bit chilly.
Yeah, I'm cold this morning. But then Wiz has got the hive coat.
She has. She stopped wearing the hoodie since we got the technical coat.
This is the thing, right? We got them in a large and we got them in the small medium and the large extra large. And when I left last week, it was a bit chilly. And so, yeah, the new coats were gone. That was it. I didn't even get them. It's fine. Fine. Right, you might be noticing some of these. A few little, basically back in stock type items. We sold out of this. You remember we sold out of this in a day?
Yes, I do.
And it's a cave facet, beautiful fabric. It's embroidered. Embroidered
shawl.
It is embroidered shawl, isn't it? And when I was doing a little remote walkie roundy with my supplier, my beady little eyes fell on this in the warehouse.
You shrieketh, did you not?
Previously told me that it was out of stock. I was like, that is coming with me. Thank you and please. So if you missed out on this before, John Con Morgan wanted some of this, didn't he? He missed out on that. And it is so beautiful. We've got it cut to order. It is embroidered shawl.
Black.
In black, yeah. So that is back in stock. We like a back in stock item for sure. And then, now this is something that you're going to have to just keep your eyes peeled, but I will explain what has happened here. As I was going around, there was a whole section of my supplier's warehouse that had like skiddly bits on the bolt. And I'm like, what is going on with your skiddly bits on the bolt? And it's obviously where, you know, they've had customers order whatever, they've cut it, and then they've just got a bit left on the bolt. A bit like our bolt ends, effectively like our bolt ends. And they had a load of William Morris, which we'll take a quick look at. So I was like, if you do me a good deal on those so that I can pass that deal on to my viewers, I will take those off your hands.
Which is music to their ears.
Mm-hmm. But there are a couple that weren't William Morris that I got anyway because... Right, this is one of Brandon Mabley's one, okay, and I've got a few of these. There's like 1.5 meters on here, and this is, we're going off what it says on the ends of the bolts, so that's what it says that we've got left on here.
Which will be an approximate.
Yeah, and but priced at a really good price, so you're getting a deal either way. I never want to cut this, and I want it to either be sashing or I want it to be a backing so that you don't... Well, that's just it, isn't it? I don't want to have to cut into that.
I challenge anyone to make a front that is as glorious as that back. I have to say, however, next week Jane is making a quilt, and she's got fabulous springy colours like that.
So I don't want to cut that into 1/2 meters.
Nice.
So those will be bolt ends, and if you wish to have that. The other thing that I thought would be great fun, maybe for a kid's quilt or something, or
that's superb, isn't it?
A super boys quilt or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jane Sassaman.
Please don't search for these yet.
No.
Just to reiterate.
They will be, it's just really to give you a little heads up of what is coming.
Sneaky peek.
Sneaky
a
peeks.
tease, I tell you.
Yes, it will go into more of those. And being loaded tomorrow, I do also have brand new is the cotton sateen extra wide backing fabric from Kafe. This is the one that I made my trousers out of, that I interviewed him with at Festival of Quilts a couple of years ago. Yeah. We've got some quilt wool back in, again bolt ends of quilt wool, and we've got some super wide, beautiful William Morris backing fabrics. Hooray! It's all happening. Tomorrow we'll be looking at my fabulous turnips.
You're getting your turnips out.
I'll be getting my turnips out for you. That's what's going to happen tomorrow. If you would like your block of the month. Now, it feels a bit scarce this month. But that's all that's in there. But that's all that's needed.
If that's all that's needed, then that's what we'll do.
So you've got your 2 different teals and your blue. And that is it. It's a really simple block. And then your black.
Beautiful.
I'm amazed you have not sung at me for that, Gemma.
Holding it in.
Yeah.
There's many songs with the word black in the title. And they're fabulous.
Right. Hocker-sized mums, these are the duos. Love a good duo. Here we go.
What, like me and you?
Yeah. That's the one. So you've got your hocker-sized mum and your periwinkle. Love a periwinkle. I'm going to demo in this one, Jim, because I just love it. The hocker-sized mums has always been one of my favourites.
Yeah. She's a beaut. She's a
beaut. And then when the periwinkle came in with the green, it's like, well, that would be rude not to. You are getting 1/2 meter of firm interfacing. Iron-on firm interfacing. Because we want to be able to keep this shape. So that's what we're going to do.
Oh, Auntie Liz is excited about this month's Nandin Berries block. She says, I've always wanted to get my mitts on the fans in that block. Thanks, love.
Yep. Be coming your way.
You will.
And then this one, because... So these are all bundled at $9.99. So you get 1/2 meter, effectively, don't you, of your Kafe, and then 1/2 meter of your interfacing. Look at that. Look how that just picks up. Ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah, Gemma. Oh,
very good.
And then These are all coming, by the way, with the interfacing. I'm just not going to keep showing you that because you get the idea. You get the idea. Right. So the silver spot is beautiful, and look, it just picks up those little tones in your brassica pastel. This is always a winning combo. I think we've done this before and it's always flown, because just look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
So these are pre-cut, by the way. So if you,
to that one, isn't
yeah, there is. So if you're buying more than one, please be aware that these have been pre-cut. So we have got pinwheels in spring, and then we've got that soft blue spot. How pretty are those? Just gorgeous. Gemma's not making a pretty face. What's the matter, Gemma? What
Leslie
have you found?
says, we've got a yellow snow and ice weather warning for today for the whole of Cornwall.
Leslie?
You should get yourself home ASAP. She can't. She's doing tomorrow's show. In theory.
Oh no.
Theory.
Oh no.
And Auntie Lizzie very helpfully says you should never eat yellow snow.
No, never. To be honest, I don't really feel like eating anything today, if I'm totally honest.
Beautiful.
No. All the good stuff. Thank you, kids. Here we go. So this is your Dorothy Natural. And again, look at that silver spot just coming in, picking up all of these highlighty bits. We love that. A chintz and a spot. You can never go wrong. That's a fact, Gemma.
Gorgeous.
Also, I've got a handful of these. I love the feathers. So these were, yeah, the feathers were inspired by Philip walking down to get eggs from the local farm where he lives in Dorset part of the time. And he used to just pick up the feathers off the guinea fowl.
Oh.
And he collected them, and they look rather
wonderful
fabulous.
with wildlife.
He is,
Philip.
he really is.
He looks after lots of wildlife. And
He's a
then they
good
bring
man.
their friends. It's like something out of a Disney film. No, it is. He's been putting, food out for animals and things, and he's got like foxes and all sorts that just come to see him every day. And he does little lives on Facebook. It's so lovely. So lovely.
This is your climbing geraniums. Again, another Philip for the K Facet Collective.
He's very passionate, isn't he, about wildlife and
Oh
nature.
yeah, absolutely.
And it shows. It shows in his designing.
Yeah, for sure. And he's always had this love. And if you have a look, actually, a lot of his florals come from vintage designs as well. Not this one. This is quite a modern one for him. But he has such a collection of vintage florals. Now, actually getting my hands on paper fans in different colourways. It is, yeah. It really is. And then to actually have a spot in the building that went with it.
I know, it was a bit of a stroke of genius, wasn't it?
I was like, yes and yes, thank you very much. So that is your paper fans in Delft, and like the China, Delft China, and your Sky Spot. And then keeping that Sky Spot theme. We only have 4 of these, Gemma.
I know,
which makes me very sad, because I love the house leeks and I love it in the contrast, and I love it with that blue spot.
That's the last of that fabric as well.
That's all we've got.
The skiddly bit off the end of the bolt, Natasha was like, that's mine. I'm having that one.
It's true.
It's true. It's one of your faves, isn't it?
Mm. And then this morning, Gemma, I don't know if you saw that I might have added this in. Only because I went to put this on the shelf and I put it next to the sprays in green. I was like, oh, hang on a minute. They need to be together. We want to be together. My iPad is doing that weird thing where it just like brings up random pages all by itself.
Oh, don't do that, iPad, please.
It likes to do that. So yeah, that had to happen. So sorry about that, Gem. I've only got, though, that was limited by how much of that I had left. I've only got 6 of those. And it is gone. Right, should we have a look at these templates?
Good plan, Stan.
Right, my templates, Gem. This is, you can see this has been reworked somewhat.
Yes.
In many ways, actually, you've got some sellotape there.
Natasha has been designing and redesigning so that you don't have to.
Yeah.
I'll go and get some sellotape.
Oh, actually, no, it's all right. Don't worry. But But when you get yours, this doesn't fit onto, I was just looking at how I can fit that onto 2 pages so that we can scan them in and have them for you. So yeah, I think it's going to have to be, look, I went over the line. My daughter would be horrified. But you'll get that dotted line down the middle. That'll be your middle. Just cut out both pieces and match the middle bits.
Nice.
You are going to need that line. Some more so I can show you, like, oh, here we go. Look, this is a clear. When you've got it all together, because you've got 2 sizes. So that's your centre line. This is, you're going to cut everything on the fold. Okay, and then that you will fold down. So either cut it out, or if you're going to use it a lot, use template plastic, is what I would say to you. I was going to, Gemma put medium weight interfacing in these bundles, as you know,
You were.
and then I changed my
You
mind,
did this morning.
which annoyed you quite
No,
a lot.
I said,
You're like,
"Yeah,
hang on a
already."
minute, hang on a minute there,
Cheers,
Natasha,
babes.
what are you doing to me?
Yeah, no.
Would you like to know why I changed my mind?
Did you give it a go with the...
No, well, no. But I suddenly realised that the reason that I was giving you 1/2 metre was so that you could double side if you wanted it nice and strong,
Oh, no.
which is ridiculous when it's exactly the same price. And I suddenly thought, why don't I just give you 1/2 metre of the firm?
Yeah. And then you've got even more to play with.
And then you're done,
In your
right?
stash.
You are done. You've got extra to play with, of course. You can make out of your own stash. So let's just, if this is the first time, I don't like to assume that anyone has worked with interfacings, because it was assumed when I started that I knew all about interfacings. I didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue.
You have to
Honestly,
fake
did
it till
not
you
have.
make it. Was it one of those?
It was a what the heck is happening here situation. I just didn't get it, and I didn't know if I was using the right one, the wrong one, or whatever. And then I sort of chilled out about it. The more I learnt, the more I was like, oh, it doesn't really matter that much. You can always add interfacings together to make the desired weight that you want, but it's just a bit of a waste of money. Just get the right one in the first place. But with this, so when you've got like the fusible fleeces, like your H640 and things like that, they will have bubbly glue on.
They will.
And you might be looking at this going, is it a fusible one? Yes, it is. And the reason that you'll know that it's a fusible one is because one, ooh,
Did you put the iron back properly?
yeah, one side, if you can see, is slightly shiny, and the other isn't. That shiny is the adhesive. It's your adhesive. That's just so that you know. Just going to chop this off. Put it to one side and use it later.
Very good.
And not gunk up my iron. There we go. Well, you get a nice chunk left, don't you?
You do.
And to be honest, you could even just use your template to cut out the size you want, and then you'd have even more left. I'm just going for it, Gemma.
Good-o. Good plan, Stan.
Yeah. A little bit of steam just helps. So my iron down in that there Cornwall has lost its steam. I don't know if it's bunged up or what. It's quite. It's not even that old. And that annoys me.
Rude, isn't it?
I am like the killer of.
You are the iron murderer.
I am.
And yeah.
It just seems to happen for me like
It's
that.
like Penny and Hoover's. Penny.
Oh yeah,
lovely
Penny our
friend Penny
cleaner.
the
She would always
Yeah.
kill every Hoover. It just
Yeah.
got too expensive in the end. Just like, Penny, stop. Just stop. You're killing every Hoover in the place. Please stop. Bless her. Yeah. So you can pick really. This is going to be. Well, this can be the lid.
Nice.
That I'm going to make that the international symbol for lid.
Lid. Not far.
So it's just, well, you can put it anywhere really. It's just where you want it to be. And I kind of like this because it's, or do I want this to be on the inside? This is where I run into trouble. Do I want this to be on the inside so that you open up and you get that on the inside?
Don't know. Both would be beautiful. You see, if you've got your template cut out of template plastic, That makes your fussy cutting easy.
Well, it would have been.
You kind of see through what you're looking at exactly.
Would have been great.
And it is cloudy-ish because you've got a rough side on the template plastic as well as a smooth. And the rough side goes down. Stop it slipping. But you can still see enough through it to know this bit will look fabulous, that bit will look fabulous. She's thrown herself, isn't she?
I really have. Because of course the other thing is that will come down like that, yeah. So it needs to be that. Does it need to be the wrong way up?
No, because when you open it, it'll be the right way up. Well, it depends actually.
No, but you see, look.
Outer, no,
if it's the outer,
it's got to be the other way up. Yeah.
It's got to be upside down, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's fine. If you're going to put it on the outer, then yes.
There we go. Pattern placement is everything. Well, it may or may not be. Let's see. But yeah, you're right. Template plastic would be great. And especially if you're going to use this template a lot, I would always recommend putting anything like that. And if you are not sure, then simply use a spot on the outside. Makes it easier still, doesn't it? So we're just going to draw around
that. This looks beautiful, whichever way up it is as well.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, this has been a many gone over pattern. My goodness. Some just happen really nice and easily, and I thought, well, this will be a nice, easy make. And it is a nice, easy make, but the pattern for it, stinker.
Defo. Oh, we have someone who's definitely in our crew.
Go on.
Definitely one of our collective is Claire Everett. She says, I was too busy talking one day and I put my iron down on the shiny side.
Oh, no.
No.
You don't want to do that.
Nothing worse than gunking up your iron. It's so annoying.
No, they do say like aspirin and stuff like
paracetamol.
that. Paracetamol, is it?
Yep, works.
Is the aspirin for your own headache?
Yeah.
And then the paracetamol's for the iron. But I've never had any luck with that. I don't really understand what I'm doing with it.
It's got to be warm. You need to hold it with tweezers rather than, your fingers.
Yeah.
Well,
that was what I couldn't quite...
run it over it and you watch it melt.
Really?
Yeah, it's not mine.
That's very clever then, isn't it?
That's not to say if anyone ruins their iron with paracetamol, I'm taking any responsibility for
No.
that at all. This is a anecdotal thing that I heard. I tried it at my own risk and it worked.
Look at all that fabric you get left.
Look at that.
Brilliant.
Oh.
Now.
Loads like that. Oh, well, that's pretty.
Because look,
Hello.
you see, that's going to be the lid that then comes over there like that. Oh, yes. Yes, yes.
Auntie Lizzie says, have you tried descaler in your iron?
No.
Do we need to get you some Durgol?
Do you need to get me some what?
Yeah.
What?
Durgol.
Who's
It's a brand of descaler. I use it in my coffee machine.
Is it a good one?
You know I use it in my coffee machine and then you find the shower heads have been taken off.
Crazily doing that the other night in some sort of manic situation when we'd already done a ridiculously long day and you're like, I'm just going to descale everything in my house.
Descale the...
Righto, I'm going to bed.
I normally do the coffee machine, the kettle and the shower heads. I missed the kettle out. I'm quite disappointed with myself, to be honest. I must try harder.
I mean, there's not a lot I can say to that, is there? Must try harder. So again...
Let my standard slip.
I'm disappointed. You let yourself down.
I know. Everyone down.
Everyone down.
And now everyone knows.
Yeah. We all had you pegged as a domestic goddess.
Don't, because Jen calls me that. I've already got you two in the same box as being separated at birth.
I think you just have... You know how like some people have a man type? I think you just have like a friend type. Yeah.
Possibly. Very possibly.
Which would be fabulous women, clearly. Just in case you were in any doubt as to what your friend type was. And if Vicky's watching today, she can also verify.
Yeah.
And she can also be in the fabulous women.
Fabulous and slightly mad.
Hang on.
No, I think it's
no. We didn't need to be upgraded to slightly mad.
I think it's only fair to acknowledge all points.
Oh. I was quite happy with fabulous.
Natasha, Nandenberries is block 9.
Oh, do you know what that means?
Last block.
Well, it means that next month we've got to actually like put it all together. Oh, crikey. Hang on. I've just moved that. No.
What a nana.
I am a complete nana. I'm not paying attention because I don't feel amazing.
Auntie Liz says, I clean after drink too. I haven't been drinking.
You had been drinking? We had. We'd had wine.
Had we?
Yeah, we'd had wine.
Oh, is that the night when we got in after a ridiculously long day?
Yeah.
Before you'd even got out of the car, I'd made a bolognese.
Yeah. You were proper manic.
What else did I
What
do?
was
I
wrong
made a
with you?
bolognese. You had a wine.
I had wine.
Oh, and I did pancakes. Yeah, a bolognese. You had a bottle of Shiraz and pancakes, and you came in and you were like, marvellous.
This is great.
Then,
Well done, housewife.
Yeah.
That is going to be within my seam allowance, so I'm just going to stick that back together with a bit of my interfacing because I'm a bit of a numpty.
Well, do you know what, though?
That is also
it's a
fine.
useful thing to learn. If you do this, you can.
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
Oh no, hang on, it's not actually a problem.
Oh.
Do you know why?
Oh yeah, because it's going to.
Because I'm going to snip off one of them anyway.
Okay.
So, actually not a problem. I can stand down. Although, if I'd actually bothered to cut those properly, I'm really not on form today, Gem.
Is that the wrong side of the fabric?
What do you mean, is it the wrong side? No, no, no.
Oh, that's fine, I was looking.
Look, they go right sides together like
I was
that.
going to say, how amazing is the wrong side of the fabric? Oh, okay.
No, look, I've really cut it smaller. Oh well. Don't do this. And don't do it when you're feeling a little rough. Did I use the right template?
Oh, bother. Oh no, because you have got more than one template. You've gone through the process.
Yeah.
Good.
It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Do you know what? Sometimes... Oh, then you just chop off the top.
Auntie Lizzie has a memory like an elephant for incriminating details.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, that's how she remembers a
I've
drink.
Proper splodged that one, haven't I? Never mind. Look, it can all be rectified. We'll chop that off and see where we get to. On your template, you will have a line that you will fold down and you will then put it onto there and you will draw your line and you will chop it off from there. Okay. I have obviously
Lovely job.
done this a bit wobbly and wonky. And I'm going to rectify the situation, Gemma.
Okay.
And make them both the same. Just don't do this when you feel a bit rough, that's all I'm going to say.
No, bad plan.
Fab plan, look, yeah. Look, that's all wonky and askew. That's askew as well. Let's make that straight. Not going to end up with any fabric left at this rate, am I? Chopped it all off.
Tiny pouch.
Teeny tiny pouch.
Small, not
it's
far
all
away.
good. Yeah. Right.
Yes, Auntie Lizzie, it's your headphones. She says, I can hear music. Is it my headphones?
Yeah.
I can't hear music. There's no music here.
No, none of us.
Sadly.
No. However, what did I do with my pins?
Oh,
Here they are.
kiddo.
Right. I'm going to just put that into the seam allowance and not worry about it. If you bring your pins actually sort of into the middle a little bit, then you can kind of just go round. It's going to be a very wonky one, but like I say, apologies, I'm not feeling my most fabulous best today. So we'll get it done and we'll see what happens from there. Right, I've marked off there a little turning through gap, so we're going to go round and sew round there.
Let's go round again.
We're going to have Gemma sing. Beautiful.
Can't help it. Sauce, babe.
Now, do you know what foot I used at home with this?
What's that then?
I have a foot with a, like sort of a quilting foot. It's got an edge on it.
Did you want me to put you into the mode where everyone can see you sewing?
Yeah, I thought I'd done it.
I can do that.
Do you want to just drive, Gem? Yeah, you drive, because...
There we go. So yeah, the foot that you've got at home.
And that was nice, because it gave me that nice even seam all the way round. But given that I have not even managed to find an even seam today, so go gently round that corner, and again you're going to stop with your needle down, lift your foot up to get that nicely round there. I reckon I can get away with. It's going to be a very scant seam there, so apologies. Do use your templates correctly. And then down we come. Oh, yeah. Now you're going to want to snip a little bit into this, okay? And if you've got pinking shears, brilliant, get those out too. So just take those little bits in there, just so that you get a nice cornery bit. Try not to snip into it.
Oh,
take off those edges.
Stitches.
Huh?
Don't snip your stitches.
Yeah, I probably just have, to be fair. And again, snip into there. If you've got pinking shears, you want to just pink around that top bit. So much the better. And that is all in the instructions. But it just takes a second just to snip. Gemma, can I possibly have a glass of water? Please.
Sort that for you.
Thank you.
In case I don't know where the mute button is on my mic, I shall just message teammates.
Oh, I've got quite long stitches out. Pinking shoes, pinking shoes. Here we go. Just around that top circle. There we go, and then turn through. Oh. There we go. And then you're going to want to get yourself a little pokey tool to poke everything out. I might sit down and do this bit. Ba, 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 ba. And then, here we go. And you want to really get your fingers or a pokey tool into those corners. And like I say, this is a nice, quick, easy make. Here we go.
They're squirreling away in there. They haven't noticed the message.
Oh, they're not.
Just done that, you know, international hand symbol meaning water. And Inga's done it back and gone, water.
Water. Yeah.
You know, Peter Kay style.
And around it comes like so.
Such a quick make this, isn't it?
It really is.
It's like
Super quick.
nearly done.
So you're then going to top stitch all the way around. Well, press it first. Give it a good old press. Oh, thank you, my love.
You can't be seen, Inga, you're all right. She's got the camera in overhead, so you're fine.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to press that seam under. Really get your fingers into those seams.
How satisfying to have an iron that steams.
I know, what a treat. And then here, just fold that seam under, like so. There we go. And now you're going to top stitch around the whole thing. The whole blinking thing, Gemma.
Amazing.
I'm going to have a little glass of water.
Lovely job.
So top stitch by sort of 1/8 of an inch, and that should close that turning through gap. Where's my pedal gone? There we go.
Oh, Cynthia has just realised that she was lurking and she hadn't sent her greetings.
Oh, morning, Cynthia. There are people that lurk and never say hi at all, and that's okay.
I did say this yesterday morning. I said, if you say hi, we'll say hi back. You know, we don't have favourites.
No, everyone's our favourite.
Yeah, everyone's part of our favourites. Our new viewer, Jay Wolf, over from last week, remember?
Yeah.
Is with us again, watching live, watching live as well. In Kent, you know.
Oh, my brother lives in Kent. Whereabouts are you? He's near Ashford. I still haven't been to see their new house. How bad is that? But then they haven't been to see my new house either, so I feel vindicated.
Auntie Lizzie's loving your blouse.
Oh, thanks, Auntie Lizzie.
And Erica said, sadly can't watch you this morning as I'm at my friend's shop sewing. So for the that was really tricky.
Go on, put your teeth back in there.
Shop sewing for the day.
Oh, lovely.
So I'll catch up later.
That's all right. You can catch us later.
And Auntie Lisa says, did you see Jane's block from yesterday, Tash? It was beautiful.
It's a stunner. Tash, you know. And beautiful techniques that you can use on the other Baltimore that we've done. Right, so now.
Taught you how to do these.
Are you driving?
As well. That was the beautiful thing, Tash. She taught us how to do it on the machine for those that are perhaps a little averse to that they're hand sewing.
Which is just brilliant. So then we fold that up to there and we're going to stitch, just try and stitch over the top of your lines.
If anyone wants to see a Baltimore technique done on machine, that was Jane's show yesterday.
Yeah, because not everyone wants to hand stitch. Yep. And then I'm going to go round and find the next seam.
The instructions are the calendar quilt made flowers block.
And we can show you which one that is in just a second. No, Jane did a cracking job.
She did. Hey, look at this all of a sudden. Bish bash bosh.
Well, that's just it, isn't it?
How funny.
You know. But it does just need, and obviously you will have cut your template out, you know, accurately.
Isn't it funny how you're creating something and it just seems like a long way off because it's all this, you know, it's a flat item, and then you put a few lines of stitching in and you go, oh, okay.
There it is.
Amazing.
Although, Gemma, you would never just say, there it is. What would you say?
There it is.
There we are.
Oh, there it is.
So then you're going to take it to your pressing mat. Over here. And you can see, nice and roomy. But if you want it to fold flat and get that hexagonal look, then you're just going to press. Like so. The lid then is going to come down like so. And then you are going to put your snap o' choice through there. And that is how you make.
Look at that beautiful fabric placement.
There you go. You've got two different sizes there in your pattern. You've got all the cafe and everything else. And we are all good. That is today's show. I'm not going to bother putting the clip in because we all know how to put those in. And
should I change the shot?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
So there you go. Two different sizes. Ta-da! Your cafe bundle is good to go. We will get these bolt ends. The William Morris are just perfect because they're so neutral. We'll get that all loaded today. Huh?
That's really nice if you're going to gift a bit of money.
Yeah,
you know,
anything like that.
Gorgeous thing to put it in. Lovely. Perfect. A nice one to have a bit of changing in the car so you don't get caught out at the kebab shop like we did.
Yeah, the shame of that.
So
we still haven't quite got over
still
that.
Still owe Meg a couple of quid, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
My daughter had to go in and pay our debts.
She did.
To the kebab man.
She did. Alrighty, everybody. I will see you tomorrow when we will be doing stuff with turnips.
We will.
Take care. It's a little short, quick one today.
It is.
But I will see you tomorrow here, 10 o'clock. Take care. Lots of love.
Bye.
Bye-bye.